All right, welcome back to Stock Tricks with Nick for this week's trading recap from May 24th to May 28th. It's been a long time since I've done a trading recap because about a month ago I had my actuarial exam, so a month before that I really locked in, didn't do any trading, just studying for that. And then this last weekend I moved from Chicago to Flagstaff, so didn't have time to put anything up this weekend as I was driving across the country. And this week I only traded on Thursday and Friday, so not too much to go over today, but unfortunately the losing streak continues. I was down $654, but just 1.5% from my account. Still up about 3% on the year, and it's been a very challenging year, so not thrilled about that, but glad that I've been able to stay afloat. If this is the first time that you're tuning into Stock Tricks with Nick, my name is Nick. I do these trading recaps either on Friday or Saturday, whenever I can get them out. I do a breakout watch list every Sunday morning. This week it might be Monday because Monday is closed in the market for Memorial Day. And then during the week on Wednesday, I do a live stream where we update that breakout watch list. I go over the stocks that I'm looking at and any stocks that you guys want to see on the live stream. So make sure you tune into that. And then I'm also working on a Trading 101 series. So if everything that we talk about today is too complicated and you're just getting started into trading, I'm teaching 3 of my friends who have never traded before how to trade, all the basics. So that's a great series that we have 1 episode out. I have the other one filmed, and we're going to be building that out along the way. So if you're interested in that, please subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video if you find any of this useful, and follow me on StockTwits, Twitter, and TikTok. All right, so I said 654 down, 1.5%. As you notice here, all of my winners and losers are very small, so I always trade with very tight risk management, and this week was no different. For the agenda today, we'll go over a quick market recap. I'll show my open positions and my past trades of the week. Quick disclaimer, anything that I say is not financial or stock advice. Please do your own due diligence before trading. Trading comes with financial risk. This is for educational purposes only and serves kind of as a trading journal for myself, because if I make a dumb trading mistake and I have to share it out to all my subscribers, I'm less likely to make that mistake in the future. So this is something that has really helped my trading, just basically a live trading journal. And if you don't have a trading journal, that might be something that you guys want to look into. All right, market recap. So crypto continues to sell off, and that's kind of, it seems like it's good for the market because we saw S&P 500 up 1.2%, QQQ 2.1%, Dow Jones up 0.5%, not as correlated, but IWO up 2.7%. I used to have the FFTY IBD Top 50 here for growth stocks. IWO is a growth stock ETF, so that's going to measure more precisely what the stocks that I typically trade are doing. And as you can see, this was a really good week for growth stocks. We'll go over that in a little bit. And I just caught the wrong ones, got chopped up earlier on in the week. Was kind of Monday through Wednesday when I was driving was the time to be trading. Thursday, I got some good trades off, was pretty profitable, and then Friday we saw these reversals into the long weekend. As I said before, Monday the market is closed, so maybe some profit taking after the week into the close. With crypto continuing to sell off, I do think that some of that money from that sector is flowing into the growth stocks that had just been wiped out since February. It's just started selling off, but we're starting to see that money flow back into growth stocks, and let's take a look at each of these charts. All right, I got a new camera with the move too, so let's try this out. First, we have S&P 500, and this is basically exactly when I get excited about trading, because we had this kind of extension here. We flushed down to the 50-day moving average, this red line, bounced there, so good support right there, bounced, tested it again it held, and then we just started drifting higher. In this past week, after Monday, just kind of traded sideways. You could see average true range, ATR, coming in, so not very volatile moves. That's really when the best kind of trading happens, when you're not getting the high volatility moves, up, down days, shaking you out of positions. As a low risk trader, it's really the best time to trade because everything's kind of nice and orderly and the stocks that once they do break out, they do continue higher. So with ATR coming in, S&P 500 above this volume shelf, above all the key moving averages, 250, 28. This is looking really good for a pop to new highs. Let's jump to QQQ. So not as pretty of a chart as the S&P 500, as growth stocks, NASDAQ, tech had sold off much worse than the S&P 500. We had a bounce to the 50-day that sold off. It looked like the market was going to roll over at this point, but then we got a bid, bounced back up. We're above all the key moving averages, above the main part of the volume shelf here, and this minor one up here. ATR is coming in, and this does look like it's kind of forming a little platform, little base, and then hopefully we can continue higher. Really quick with Dow Jones. I don't typically use this, but as growth and tech sold off, this had held steady with the country reopening. So these kind of plays have done well so far. And then IWO. This is the kind of growth index that we'll be tracking from now on. As you can see, from February on, just a gross sell-off here, and then a lot of chop. So every time you think it's going well, we sell off even further. Just a lot of chop in here. Really tough trading environment since mid-February. So it's important to stay very small when you're not seeing the gains consistently. From here, we bounced up, and we're now right at that 50-day moving average, main part of this volume shelf. So it's kind of do or die. But it seems like growth stocks are breaking out. Outside of Friday, they were breaking out and holding. We'll see if that continues on Monday. But this does look like we undercut kind of the low here. So undercut and rip higher is what I'm going for. And again, ATR on this one is coming in. So nice orderly uptrend on the short term here. Let's jump back to the PowerPoint. All right, so now to my current positions. I'm 45.5% net long, probably over trading a little bit because I don't have the profits to kind of extend that. This is something where I missed out Monday through Wednesday. I got here, got all situated and really excited to trade. Thursday, I got all those stocks to break out that we'll cover in a second. And I was trying to kind of up my exposure and kind of limit the same type of risk, but up my exposure. And then on Friday, we got all those reversals, and it was just some ugly action. But right now, IHRT is my top holding, APP 6.1. See, these are still under that 10%, which is my typical position size. Typically 10% position size and within 5% stop loss, 5 to 7%. So I'm only risking about 0.5% of my portfolio on any single trade. That's really important, especially when the market's kind of ugly or we get that choppy action that we're seeing right now. So no big positions right now, all kind of test sizes, 4 between 5 and 10, 4 between 3 and 5, and 4 between 0 and 3. Let's go over a couple of these stocks that I'm holding and break down the charts of why I took those trades. So we'll start with IHRT. So what I want to point out with this is all the volume bars, all the heavy volume bars are coming on green days. So that's really good for accumulation. When it does sell off, when it does pull back, not many people are selling. So great to see this continue to accumulate. We're in a nice, strong uptrend through here. We had a couple of times where if I was trading in March or April, these are two just nice pops, pullbacks, consolidate, and then pop on volume. Consolidate, pop on volume. So that's what I'm going for here as well. You see a pop on volume, kind of nice, quiet pullback, another kind of move up on heavier volume, and then some sideways action with, I don't know, relative volume here. I took the trade on this day. Here, let me zoom in a little bit. When we broke over this daily high here, and it immediately reversed on me, but never stopped me out. So stuck with the trade, some sideways action, a nice undercut and bounce on, or no, sorry. I was thinking about taking this trade, but I was driving. And then when we had this undercut on Thursday and bounced to a new high over Wednesday's high, that's when I put the trade on. So break over 22.79 was my entry point. And then on Friday, we just had higher highs, higher lows, and then noticed the good volume coming out on Thursday and Friday. So I'm hoping to get just another kind of quick base and breakout here. Not looking for a huge winner, but last time it bounced 23%. If we can get something like that, I'd like to take some profit on the way out, move my stops to my entry, take the risk out of the trade, and then kind of use that risk into a new exposure, new trade. So I keep increasing my exposure with keeping the risk the same. So that's IHRT. Next we have CYH. This was on one of my watch lists that I just put on StockTwit. So if you follow me there, Stock Tricks with Nick, or on Twitter, I mentioned this one. But didn't have a chance to do that breakout watch list that I usually do. That'll come out this week, either tomorrow or Monday, because again, market's closed. CYH, let's zoom out here. We got the 250, 28, all in the right order. We have this nice cup, handle, and then I had this on a watch list, I think the week before I moved through this handle, because right here, nice and quiet volume compared to the volume on the breakout. We did have a sharp pullback on, let's see, what day is this? On May 19th to the 20-day moving average. That held all the way up through here. And then we had this nice lower pivot, and that was my entry point on Thursday when we opened basically right at the high, 13.95. Got filled right away. We got that quick extension, took some profit into about 5-6%, moved my stop to even. And then on Friday, lower volume, kind of some sideways action, down 2.6%, 2.4%. Hopefully this can just consolidate on Friday, and then on Tuesday when the market reopens, get going again. But this is a trade, this is a setup that I'd take over and over again, because I could keep a really small stop loss on this. Let's measure. Yeah, 5% to the low of the day. I think I even split the stop where it was 5%, 3%, so the average was 4% on there. And once we got going immediately, and I moved my stop to take out the risk. And TV, this is one that Leif put on his watch list. This was on just the watch list that I put on Twitter, but zooming out, always trying to trade the strong stocks, getting stronger. This, we got the 250 in an uptrend, 20 and 8-day kind of flat, but let's do a quick measurement here. Had a 93% move up, and only 12% move back. So high type flag, 90% or more in 8 weeks or less, and then a 25% pullback or less, which so it qualifies for that. Very, very little volume compared to the breakout here. Nice orderly kind of right side of the base coming out here. And I got in on Thursday with a break over the previous day's high. And since then, just some sideways action. But this is what you're looking for in a breakout and then consolidation coming out on the right side of the base. That's TV. All right, let's go back to the PowerPoint. So those are my current holdings. Let me know if you have any questions about any of those. Leave them in the comments. I'll get to all the comments. These are the completed trades that didn't start this week. Well, might not have started this week, but got completed by the end of this week. You can see I had a QQQ short going into the week. That bled off as we had some solid breakouts. Only 1% down on that trade. Upstart, MVIS, SBOW, and SMED we'll cover with another chart breakdown in a second, but you can see from 2.8% to 2.6% down. I am trading very carefully in this market, quickly taking some partial profits, moving my stops to entry or half the stop to entry. And with Friday's sell-off, got hit with some losses, and that made the week a losing week. But yeah, you saw Upstart, SBOW, and MVIS all sell off on Friday. That we'll cover in 1 second. All right, if you guys are enjoying the stream, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. All right, let's go Upstart. This is one that all the growth stocks, all the growth traders have been talking about. I did trade it one time through here and then got stopped out basically the next day as we pulled back. And then kind of stopped trading for my exam. This was down, I think, about 50% off the high. Let's measure that. Yeah, 52% off the high, but was one of the first to really pop on earnings. That sold off. When earnings are selling off, you know the market's kind of weak. But we had another day, lower lows, lower highs, and then made the turn. I completely missed this uptrend, which I'm kicking myself because there was a nice pivot right through there with that daily high, the high from the earnings pop, and then the high from the 17th. So the 18th would have been a possible buy point, and then got some continuation up there. I missed that, just wasn't, I don't know if I was moving at that time or just completely missed it since then. But I never buy stocks that are extended. I wait for the pullback, and we got the low volume pullback to the 8-day exponential moving average. Then when we made that turn, we had kind of a 2-day high. Leif put this on the trade as well. Broke out on Thursday over the high, so 149.59 was my entry point. Didn't get filled at exactly that, but that was the price that I was looking at, the high from Wednesday. And this opened, went lower, bounced at the 8-day, and then took off. So that it did everything that I was looking for. Got in there, sold some into strength, moved my stop to entry, and then on Friday, got stopped out as we pulled back through here. And it reversed on volume, 11%. It's just a tricky environment right now. And when it's tricky, I want to be trading small. I want to be trading with tight risk management, just singles and doubles, not trying to look for a home run until trading becomes easier. So that was Upstart. MVIS, another good example of really quick risk management here. This is one that had this short squeeze through here and then sold off. And with GameStop and AMC short squeezing, this is one that I wanted to come back to. It's not really the type of chart that I would typically trade, but kind of using the context of the market with AMC going off. This had like 22% short interest. So what I was saying, or what I was telling myself was, we got a daily high here, that we got hidden sellers at this point. So if we break over that point, that's when I want to buy and trade the stock. So with this, break over the high from May 26th of 1675. I think I got filled at like 1685. Wasn't a perfect fill. Quickly took some profit, up 5%, moved my stop to my entry, and you could see we got up all the way to 1848. So it went up. At one point I was up 12% on the trade, looking really good. Didn't want to take out all my profit because, I mean, if this short squeezes like AMC did, even if it gets back to its daily high or high point, that's 56% up from where I would have like scaled out at. So wanted to stay in the trade. Unfortunately, it reversed, hit my stop loss at my entry. Not a big winner, but I'm glad I got a kind of free look at the trade. That was MVIS. Another reversal on Friday we got was SBOW. This was on my watch list that I posted on Twitter like the day before. This was just a nice clean flag through here. 124% up, 23% back, so qualifies for that high tight flag setup that I like to trade. Really quiet volume as it flagged out through here, holding the 8-day exponential moving average the entire time. So on Thursday, basically at the open, right when we went over the previous day's high, 1617, that's when I got in. Tons of volume coming out, and I bought right at that point, sold some into strength, moved my stop to my entry, and then you just got some, I don't know if it was algorithm trading, whatever, only 166,000 shares traded. It's a very thinly traded name, but we undercut the low, 1594, 1593 on Friday. That stopped me out. Bounced right at the 8-day. This is one where if the market has been really strong, I've been pushing new account highs, I'm not going to be that quick to move my stop to my entry. I would keep my stop right where it was below the previous couple days low, and I wouldn't have been stopped out. But when the market's this tricky, and I'm not trying to hit any home runs, just trying to get kind of closer to my account balance high, this is something that I had to cut. Which, I mean, that's unfortunate, but that's the price you pay for risk management to avoid some major sell-offs. And finally, this was the largest loss I had on the week. This is one where we had a base breakout, we pulled back, kind of had this malfunction area, and then things got nice and quiet. I took the trade on the 21st with a break over the high from the 18th, so right through here. Thought we were going to get going because we kind of had this downward diagonal, kind of hit at that same point. Unfortunately, just reversed on me and then stopped me out probably on Monday. Yeah, I had my stop set, wasn't trading, was just driving, but did put a large position on and then had a stop of 2%. So that was one where if it worked and it worked right away, I had a large position size, very small stop, and I could make multiples on my risk. Unfortunately, this just turned against me, and thankfully, I listened to my stop loss, had the hard stop loss there because with my position size and an 18% loss, that would have done major damage to my account. But as you guys could see from the intro, I was only down 1.5% this week, so not great. 2 days of trading. Thursday was great. Friday, a lot of reversals. Monday got stopped out of my short and SMED, which hurt. But overall, I'm excited. I'm back. Well, I'm in Flagstaff now, completely moved in, back to the breakout watch list on Sunday or Monday this week. The live stream will be on Wednesday and trading recaps on Friday, along with the Trading 101 series that I'm putting together. Those will come out every other week, and that's just going to be teaching the basics of trading. The first episode of that is already out, going over how to select a brokerage. And I think that's it. So if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, follow me on StockTwits, Twitter, TikTok, and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys for the breakout watch list this week.